Ryan's quick, man. I'll just tell you something. Like, I remember from my fight days, I'm a bit old now, but I'm scared of the guy whose hands you can't see. Those are the ones to be afraid of.
Because they're all good fighters, but Ryan's clearly your favorite.
They're all fantastic fighters. Ryan and I are good friends, you know, so we have a personal relationship there.
Yeah.
But I don't want to wish disrespect on anybody.
Right.
Well, I don't want to...
I just want to thank God, thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ before anything. As far as Rollies as my next opponent, you know, he wasn't my first choice, for sure.
He was or was not?
No, he wasn't. It was Pitbull Cruz, but, you know, things played out a different way. But, you know, I'm really focused on just whooping Devin Haney's ass again. That's all I'm really worried about. So, just to not even redeem myself, but just cement that Austrian. You know what you probably did set up. We know you did that.
You know what happened?
Where's your little brother? Is your brother in the house? Because your brother knew before everybody else, and you don't answer that question. You know, corruption at its finest. Corruption at its finest. They couldn't take the loss. What's up, man? I know y'all see you. I don't want to touch that. I don't know what you're doing with your hands, buddy. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to look past Broly.
You took your punishment because you knew you was guilty.
Hey, the Austrian don't help you block a left hook, bro. You got hit like 1,000 times.
Okay, so
you got dribbled off the canvas. You know nothing was taken. You know damn well. You know damn well.
Do not do drugs, kids. PEDs.
Do not do drugs? Do not do... Okay, hey, he had that in his back pocket the whole time.
Get him.
PEDs.
Before their highly anticipated fight, Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero attended a press conference, but tensions quickly escalated when Devin Haney mocked Garcia for PEDs. Ryan Garcia has found himself at the center of several controversies, including accusations of PED use during his fight with Devin Haney. Now, Garcia's focus is on his upcoming bout with Rolly Romero. Their recent press conference was charged with intense verbal exchanges, as both fighters went back and forth, adding fuel to the growing tension between them.
Ryan Garcia did a year ago. How concerned are you with that left hook that he is so proud of?
Not very concerned at all.
At all?
At all.
You're going to defend it? You're going to stop it? How do you counteract it? How does he not land it?
You moved out the way.
All right. Thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ before anything. As far as Rollies as my next opponent, you know, he wasn't my first choice, for sure.
He was or was not?
No, he wasn't. It was Pitbull Cruz, but, you know, things played out a different way, but...
Moreover, Rolly Romero recalled what he said earlier about Garcia, that he isn't hungry for the belts. He just wants to be a model anyways.
Ryan Garcia is not chasing championships. He's basically just wants to be a model. What did you mean by that?
Well, he didn't make way for his last 4 title fights, so, and he didn't even try to make way with Tank, so, yeah, you're not chasing a belt. But we'll see. May 2nd.
However, Devin Haney was also sitting in the press conference exchanging verbal jabs with his upcoming opponent Jose Ramirez, but out of nowhere mocked Garcia for PEDs.
Of course I'm gonna test the chin. That's my job, you know. Even if it was 31-0 with 31 knockouts, my job is to test his chin. I
don't understand what you mean by chin. I got up every single time against somebody that was on PEDs. So that showed that I had a chin. That showed I had a chin.
Well, it shows you had a heart for sure. Get him. Get him. I said it certainly showed you had a lot of heart.
Exactly, so I showed I got a chin.
When the question came to Garcia, he definitely fired back saying that Rolly wasn't even his first choice but was Isaac Cruz. He further escalated things by saying he doesn't even care about Rolly. Instead, he's still planning to get the rematch with Devin Haney.
I just want to thank God, thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ before anything. As far as Rollies as my next opponent, you know, he wasn't my first choice, for sure.
He was or was not?
No, he wasn't. It was Pitbull Cruz, but, you know, things played out a different way. But, you know, I'm really focused on just whooping Devin Haney's ass again. That's all I'm really worried about.
Furthermore, both old-school fighters engaged in exchanging verbal jabs at each other, showcasing their desire for the rematch.
Just to not even redeem myself, but just cement that Austrian. You know what you probably did set up. We know you did that.
You know what happened?
Where's your little brother? Is your brother in the house? Because your brother knew before everybody else, and you don't answer that question.
My little brother right there.
Okay, so how do you know before everybody else? You know, corruption at its finest. Corruption at its finest. They couldn't take the loss. What's up, man? I know y'all see you. I don't want to touch that. I don't know what you're doing with your hands, buddy. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to look past Rollies.
Punishment because you knew you was guilty.
Hey, the Austrian don't help you block a left hook, bro. You got hit like 1,000 times.
Okay, so
you got
why
dribbled
was
off the
return?
canvas.
Okay, we gonna see.
You know nothing was taken. You know damn well. You know damn well.
Do not do drugs, kids. PEDs.
Do not do drugs. Do not do. Okay, hey, he had that in his back pocket the whole time.
Get him.
PEDs.
However, Rolly Romero confidently claimed that Devin Haney has no power, stating there is no fear when facing him. He pointed out that despite Haney winning most rounds in his fight with Ryan Garcia, the lack of power made a significant difference. Romero also mentioned Haney coming in overweight, which he believed impacted the fight further.
There's no fear with Devin. Devin don't have no power.
Ultimately, what do you feel puts you over the line against Ryan in this fight?
I know him. Know him really well.
Is it something similar that because Ryan knew Devin so well, he knew how to fight him? Is that like the mirror with this fight, that you know Ryan so well that you know what to throw at him?
There's no fear with Devin. Devin don't have no power.
Yeah.
And then also, I mean, he want to come in all that extra weight, overweight. So, I mean, that makes a big difference. You know, there's still a lot of controversy going on with that fight. Aside from that, Devin was winning damn near every round that he didn't get dropped. Even the rounds he got dropped, he was winning the rounds he just got dropped.
Moreover, Ryan Garcia confidently dismissed the PED accusations, stating that steroids wouldn't help him block a left hook, which Devin Haney failed to do in their fight. He claimed the first fight was one-sided, and there really shouldn't be a rematch because he easily won. Garcia emphasized he wasn't concerned about the PED talk, and if a rematch did happen, it wouldn't change the outcome.
And give everybody what they really want, which is that Devin Haney rematch. Honestly, because I know I didn't take steroids, it's not going to be much different. I mean, and like the crazy thing is they want to like keep on saying, oh, it's because of the PEDs, it's because of the PEDs. I was on fighting a guy with PEDs. PEDs don't help you block a left hook. You know, he didn't block any of it, and he got his ass handed to him. And I guess for me, it's just proving that I'll do it again. That's it. It's pretty one-sided. They're really rematch, to be honest. I'm just doing it for Turkey. There really shouldn't be a rematch. It wasn't close. I beat him easy.
However, Ryan Garcia should be focusing on Rolly Romero as he is the upcoming opponent for him. Andrew Tate predicted that Ryan Garcia's speed would make him a dangerous opponent, recalling from his own fight days that the fighters to fear are those whose hands you can't see coming. He expressed respect for all the fighters, including Garcia, who he considers a good friend, and wished everyone the best, hoping they have a great time, stay healthy, and leave a bit richer. However, Tate emphasized that Garcia's quickness makes him a real threat, stating that when you can't see the punch coming, that's when it really hurts.
Bro, I don't want to disrespect anyone. I want to wish everybody the absolute best. I hope everybody gets in there, has a great time, leaves happy, healthy, a little bit richer. But Ryan's quick, man. I'll just tell you something. Like, I remember from my fight days, I'm a bit old now, but I'm scared of the guy whose hands you can't see. Those are the ones to be afraid of.
So. They're all good fighters, but Ryan's clearly your favorite.
They're all fantastic fighters. Ryan and I are good friends, you know, so we have a personal relationship there.
Yeah.
But I don't want to wish disrespect on anybody. Or I don't want to jinx anybody. I just hope everybody has a great time. But I think when you can't see it coming, that's when it hurts.
Paulie Malignaggi described the potential fight between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero as interesting, noting that Rolly can be hit or miss in his performances. He mentioned a sparring session between Ryan and Rolly on YouTube where Ryan looked strong. Malignaggi also highlighted that Ryan is under pressure to perform in his comeback, and with Devin Haney fighting on the same card, it adds intrigue, especially if Ryan and Haney cross paths at the weigh-in, even though they're not facing each other.
Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Teofimo, and they're going to do a show in the middle of Times Square.
Yeah, putting Ryan on there is kind of smart. You know, that's right there. But then it's a solid match. Listen, Rolly and Ryan's an interesting fight because Rolly's hit or miss, bro. Rolly sometimes looks like where'd you find this guy off the corner, but sometimes he performs. There's a sparring session with Ryan and Rolly on YouTube where it looks like Rolly's doing pretty well in there. I'm curious about that fight. Rolly's back against the wall. He's got to perform. Everybody's curious about Ryan coming back. You got Devin Haney on the undercard against Ramirez. He's in court with Ryan. What happens if they cross paths at the weigh-in, even though they're not fighting each other? You know, like, solid card.
Robert Garcia talked about Rolly Romero, calling him good for boxing because people love his personality and enjoy hearing what he says, even if it sometimes doesn't make sense. He mentioned that Rolly's odd comments make people laugh, and they're eager to see him compete. Garcia acknowledged Ryan Garcia's speed and power as key factors that will likely make the difference in the fight, picking Ryan to win. However, he still found the matchup interesting, noting that Rolly always puts on a good show and is fun to watch.
Look, Rolly's is good for boxing, man. You know, people love him. People want to see what he says. Sometimes he just weird boy. You know, when he talks, you know.
He brought a pickle. Did you see the pickle?
Sometimes he talks things that doesn't make sense, but people still laugh about it. You know, he laughs about it. People laugh about it. People just want to hear him, and people want to see him compete. I think it's interesting fight. I think Ryan's speed and power will be the main difference there, and I think I do pick Ryan to win, but it's still interesting. You know, Rolly's always puts up good fights, always puts up good shows, so you know, it's a great fight to watch.
Abel Sanchez commented on Ryan Garcia's strengths, emphasizing that Ryan is the bigger, stronger, faster fighter with more power. He pointed out that Ryan looks much bigger compared to Rolly Romero and believes that Ryan's size and power will be the deciding factors in the fight. Sanchez also noted that Rolly hasn't developed much since his last few fights, remaining the same fighter, and expressed uncertainty about who Rolly is currently working with in terms of training.
Ryan is the bigger, stronger, faster, bigger puncher. Ryan looks huge compared to Rolly. And I think that size and the power is going to be the difference. I think that Rolly is not really developed from, say, four or five fights ago. He's still the same guy. I don't know who he's working with now.
Abel further stated that Ryan Garcia is more skilled and has the power to back it up, mentioning that Ryan can hit much harder than Rolly Romero. He added that Ryan's size would also play a significant role, predicting that Ryan will likely win the fight within 6 or 7 rounds.
And he's got the power, man. He can crack. Rolly doesn't come close to cracking like Ryan. And Ryan thinks he's got the size, so he's gonna, I think it'll be 6-7 rounds for Ryan.
Eddie Hearn praised the younger generation of fighters like Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez, highlighting that they are all big names and are involved in real, meaningful fights. He expressed his admiration for Rolly Romero, calling him a great character, but ultimately predicted that Ryan Garcia will handle him in their upcoming fight.
Ryan Garcia, huge name. Devin Haney, huge name. Teofimo Lopez, huge name. And do you know what? What I like about it as well, they're all in real fights. You know, I think, I love Rolly, I think he's a great character, but I think Ryan will deal with him well.
George Kambosos acknowledged that while he has had his differences with Ryan Garcia, their fight will be interesting. He predicted Ryan would likely knock Rolly Romero out, but noted that the lead-up would be entertaining, as Rolly loves to talk and isn't the sharpest. Kambosos mentioned their sparring history, which could give Ryan confidence, but pointed out that Rolly looked good in some sparring sessions, suggesting there might be areas where Rolly could have an edge. He said it would be interesting to see how it plays out in the fall.
Garcia, Rolly, as much as I've had my bit back and forth with Ryan, it'll be an interesting fight. Not style-wise, I think Ryan will probably knock him out. I think the lead-up is going to be fun. Rolly's, you know, he loves to talk. He's not very smart. His IQ's not very smart, so I think it's going to be a funny lead-up, and we'll see in the fight. But again, they got history sparring. That always brings confidence. You see the sparring. Rolly looked good in the sparring sessions that they put out there. You don't know that they might have an edge on him somewhere. So we'll see.
Blair Cobbs jokingly expressed his desire for a double knockout in a fight, saying he'd love to see both fighters, Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero, get knocked out at the same time. He even humorously imagined what it would be like if he fought both of them simultaneously, claiming he'd knock both out and have them lose teeth instantly.
Yeah, I want them both to just wind up, both of them at the same time. Boom, knocked out, both.
Wait, what if you fought them both at the same time? Would there be a double knockout?
Yeah, I'll knock both of them out. The same loose tooth pull. Bam, they both get a tooth missing. Instantly.
Showbiz. The adult expressed that he believes Ryan Garcia is likely to knock out Rolly Romero, but he pointed out that this makes the fight less intriguing. He argued that a good matchup should leave fans uncertain about the outcome, where it's not clear who will win. He emphasized that when one fighter is heavily favored, like Ryan being predicted to win by knockout, it takes away from the excitement of the fight.
I put up a poll. Is Ryan going to KO Rolly or is Rolly going to KO Ryan? It was like 95% Ryan going to KO Rolly. That means it's not a good fight. That's not good. That's not good. When 95% says Ryan going to knock out something, then that's not good. You want fights where it's like, I don't know.
Teofimo Lopez shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero, calling it a great matchup with an interesting storyline for Rolly. He mentioned that they would likely fight at 147 pounds, noting that Rolly is a big guy with power, while Ryan has his dangerous right hook. Teofimo picked Ryan to win, explaining that since Rolly's last fight, he hasn't been active for long and was stopped in a way that could affect him. He also also pointed out that Rolly still has power and could potentially land a big shot on Ryan, but ultimately, he believes Ryan will come out on top.
I think right now they're probably going to announce a lot of fights to be finalized. That's my opinion on that. However, I think that it's a great matchup. I think it's a good storyline for Rolly as well. And I think they're going to fight at 47.
Yeah. Rolly's a big dude. Obviously, he has that power. Ryan has that right hook.
Yep.
So, who do you got?
I got Ryan. I got Ryan Garcia.
Why?
Yeah. I just think that from that fight and since then, he hasn't been fighting for that long of a period and then being stopped the way he was. I think he might be changing trainers, or he might still be with Salas. But even then, but I think it's going to be a great matchup. I think Ryan needs to be careful with Rolly's punching power, because Rolly still got power, man, and definitely could do something to Ryan with those shots.
Coach Bullitt expressed confidence in Rolly Romero, saying that if Rolly gets in top shape and brings his dog mode mentality, he has the ability to beat Ryan Garcia. He emphasized that Rolly has been in Ryan's head for years, which could give him an edge. Coach Bullitt also mentioned that if Rolly returns to his old training with Johnny Taco and focuses on his boxing, he has the potential to stop anyone, including Ryan.
You know I got Rolly. Rolly in shape. Rolly in dog mode again. We're already in his head for years back, so Rolly knows how to beat him. And like I say, if he goes in shape and bring back the Johnny Taco, the centering boxing Rolly, that dog Rolly can stop anybody.
Vic Cutman discussed Rolly Romero's change in fighting style, explaining that when he was with Coach Bullitt, Rolly had a power puncher's mentality. However, he believed that when they tried to turn him into more of a boxer, it stripped away his natural power and self-belief. Cutman argued that this shift in style is why he believes Ryan Garcia will win the fight, saying Ryan has the advantage all day long.
So, Rolly, when he was with Bullitt, had a certain fighting style. They tried to change that fighting style and turn him into a boxer. He's not a boxer. They took away a power puncher's power and his belief in himself. And that's why I believe that Ryan Garcia all day long. And I like Rolly.
Kenny Ellis, coach of Gervonta Davis, stated that he believes Ryan Garcia could defeat either Rolly Romero or Pitbull Cruz. However, he mentioned that he feels Pitbull Cruz would create more difficulties for Garcia than Rolly would.
I don't know, man. I think Rolly would beat either one of them. I'm sorry. Garcia would beat either one of them.
Garcia.
But I think Pitbull will give him more problems than Rolly, though.
Ellis also predicted that Ryan Garcia could score a knockout in the 4th or 5th round, or even earlier. He emphasized that in the first couple of rounds, Garcia would be aggressive, using his pressure to attack. Ellis pointed out that Garcia has the ability to pressure anyone, even someone like Tank, and would bring that same intensity to anyone in his division.
4th or 5th round knockout, if not earlier.
Wow.
You know, so in the first 2 rounds, Ryan gonna jump on your ass, man. He jump on. I don't care who you are. He jumped on Tank. You know, you can jump on Tank. You can jump on anybody in the lightweight division.
Greg Hackett discussed the upcoming fight between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero, referring to it as a classic sparring session that fans had seen years ago. He mentioned that they both bring excitement to the ring, noting that they are both strong and can punch hard. He said that while Ryan Garcia is a bit sharper than Rolly, both fighters tend to get wild at times, throwing crazy punches. Hackett predicted the fight would be one of the most entertaining in a long time.
Whoever lands, it's one of them fights. They both entertaining when it come to action. They both can punch, both strong, both wild. You know what I mean? Ryan a little sharper than Rolly, but when I say wild, I'm talking about they get to that point where they just throwing crazy. This is gonna be one of the most entertaining fights we've seen in a long time. Real rap.
Hackett isn't sure if the fight would take place at 147 pounds or a catchweight, but he is confident it would be an exciting bout. Hackett believed that both fighters would go all out, adding that it would be a fun and entertaining fight. When asked what Rolly should do to be effective, Hackett advised him to keep his hands up, not to overcomplicate things, and to protect his chin. He also suggested that Rolly focus on keeping his shots controlled and not jumping with his punches.
Keep his hands up. Just keep his hands up. He don't got to go into too much technical shit. Just keep your hands up. Whenever you bomb a shot, get your hands right back up and try to keep your chin out of the air. Try to stop Don't try not to jump, you know what I mean, with your shots.
For Ryan Garcia, Hackett recommended that he keep developing his jab and stay quick on his feet. He cautioned Garcia to avoid leaping with his shots, as it could leave him open to counters like hooks or uppercuts. Hackett predicted that Ryan would show more variety in his punches during the fight, as people often criticize him for relying too much on his left hook. Overall, Hackett described the matchup as a great one, praising the matchmaking and expressing excitement for the fight.
Rolly, you'll be all right, turn it over. Ryan develop a jab, stay fast. Shit, he can still do it. You know what I mean? But if Rolly just keep his feet planted, try not to jump with his shots. I mean, he can step with his shot, but don't leap in the air with your chin in the air and get caught with that hook, get caught with an uppercut or something like that. And that's the thing, motherfucker, look out for. Ryan been devastating with that hook, but look for him to come out with some other shit too. He gonna start working on some other shots. Because everybody keeps saying, yo, yeah, that's all he got, that's all he got. So he gonna start showing other shit. But that's gonna be a great fight. It is. As far as the matchup, that's a great matchup. That's great matchmaking right there.
So what are your thoughts on this? Who do you think Ryan Garcia should face first, Rolly Romero or Devin Haney? We would love to hear your thoughts. So share your thoughts in the comment section and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. Also check out our other videos on the screen right now.